What's up, East Texas? Welcome back to another Beast Texas Breakdown podcast. I'm your host, Serenity Douglas, joined by the newly crowned sports anchor / reporter, Dan Mallea. Super excited for you to finally join me on the podcast.
Thank you. Well, we don't say crown.
We don't say
no,
crown.
I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Happy to break down some East Texas football. We went out to a couple different practices this week.
Yeah.
Saw kind of a little bit of everything, so I'm excited to talk about it.
It's just kind of crazy to see that it's really time now. Like the whole summer we were just kind of teasing at it, like, okay, can football season come back around? But now it's officially back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're less than 2 weeks away at this point. There's no more of, we're just going to see how we are and what we're doing. No, we're in like scrimmage season right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're fully in it. We're in week 2 of practices, week 1 of school, which, as a Northeast guy, that's crazy that we're already doing school here in Texas. But we're back in school, 2 weeks of practice, like I said. The pads are on, like you said, scrimmages are going on. There's one going on tonight we'll be at. So, yeah, it's an exciting time.
It for sure is. Now, the Bullard Panthers, you were out there this weekend.
Yes.
How are they looking? We need to know at this point.
Pretty good. They're, they were solid last year. We got it right here. They were 6-4 last year, unranked on the Fab 15 from the Tyler paper. And, when I went out there and spoke to them, they basically told me, hey, last year was solid, but we want to kind of take the next steps and just kind of continue to pursue excellence, because they haven't had many losing seasons, but they've always been around the 500
Exactly.
mark, and they kind of just want to push it over the top just a little bit more.
I mean, what I've noticed about East Texas athletics just in general, but especially football, just scraping the surface is not good enough. 6-4 is not that bad at all, but for these East Texas teams, they're like, no, this needs to be completely changed. We need to take everything out and put it back in and really try to figure out what's the formula. But you said that they're looking good, though.
Yeah, they're looking good. And I mean, like you said, it's where we're at. It's East Texas. It's the expectations. Bullard looks around, 20 miles down the road. Well, they were 10-2 or whatever. We're just good teams everywhere. So it's not that you should be comparing yourself necessarily to other teams. It's all, especially talking about Bullard here, kind of how you can grow from year to year as your own program. But so many good teams around East Texas that kind of sets everybody's expectations a little higher.
Agreed. Well, I'm excited to see them. Let's roll the tape.
I've never been more excited going into a season looking like this and everybody being ready to go.
Ooh, electric in the air over at Panther Stadium as Bullard winds down its first week of practice. Today was one that every player had circled on their preseason calendars. The pads are out, and we're going full contact.
The kids get excited to get to hit again, but yeah, like now's when the real football starts.
It's not just the first day players are allowed to hit each other, though. It's an opportunity for these guys to build foundational skills and learn how to make those kinds of plays in the safest way possible.
Once we go over to the defensive side, we go through our safety procedures, where the head goes, things like that, proper tackling techniques. And we do some things to introduce that we build on throughout the year.
Last year, the Panthers went 6-4, a marked improvement compared to the 2 prior seasons where they won just 3 games combined. The offense averaged about 32 points per game, but Coach Bradford has decided to completely overhaul things this summer, introducing a new system for his team to learn.
It's been new. I mean, since 7th grade, I've had the same offense, and so going into my senior year, changing it up a little bit, it was rough, but I think it's best for the team that we got, and I think it's going to help the most.
Despite the changes to the offense, you look around and these Panthers feel good about their squad. After just missing out on a playoff spot last season, they're determined to make it to the dance this time around, and there's a lot of belief in that locker room. So fellas, where's y'all's confidence level at?
Very high. We're all hammers out there, and we're going to get it done. We can hit. We're physical. We know what we're supposed to do.
I love it,
Hammer
Dan.
time.
Hammer time for them, for sure. To have had a combined wins of 3 to going 6-4, that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I said that they had been around 500. That's Lindale. We're going to get to them later. But yeah, so last year was a decent little improvement for them, and a big part of that was their defense. So I asked them, what do you guys like about this team coming into this year? And it's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
That's what Coach told me. He said, that's been our buzzword this summer, kind of coming into this fall, is hammers. We all want to be hammers out there, especially on defense. So, I spoke with the linebacker there, and that's the first thing he said, Trey Martin, was we're a bunch of hammers out there. We work hard, we got a lot of energy, and they take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. And even with a name like Crew, for the quarterback. I love the name, first of all.
Yeah.
But with a name like Crew, I feel like he's just about to go out there and handle business for them for sure. And hopefully improve that 6-4 record from last year. Hopefully get in the Fab 15 polls. No rankings is not everything, but in East Texas, it's something.
Yeah.
And for them to be left out of those rankings, it kind of hurts them a little bit. But they will be facing off with Maybank first. So we're gonna be at that game, you know, in terms of like our coverage. So make sure you guys tune in for that every Friday for our Under the Lights coverage. For sure, we're gonna be trying to touch pretty much every East Texas football game for 8 weeks. So that'll be really exciting. But moving on. Tyler High. Yeah. I was out there with Coach Woods. He is now in his 2nd year coaching for the Tyler High Lions. And I know what he was mainly saying is he doesn't have to reteach anything to his guys. You know, like the first year, it's like, oh, everybody's just trying to figure out, like, who is this Coach Woods guy coming from Oklahoma State? Like, we don't know him for real. But now they understand the way he coaches, and that matters a lot more than people think. You know, because when you can really understand your coach, then the athletes can really, like, heed to, you know, what the heck you're saying.
Yeah, and especially, you know, because I talked to him coming into last year, and I remember him saying that, you know, a lot of teams, you know, they focus on specific things, you know, improving specific aspects of the team. But when you bring in a new coach, it's really just about, you know, the players got to learn the coach, and the coach has to learn the players, and the players have to learn the schemes and all that kind of stuff. So I think, you know, last summer for them was a lot more about that, whereas it sounds like this summer they're kind of, you know, putting those things into practice a little more, and everybody kind of knows the routine a little better, and everybody's just kind of getting into it.
Absolutely. It's kind of like an athlete entering into the transfer portal, and then the whole first year of them being at that new school, it's just them getting comfortable with the campus, with the coaches, with just all of it. So like you spend so much time just trying to do that, and then at the end of it, it's like, oh, we're in week 7.
Right.
How have we been doing? Who knows? You know. So I mean, they went 6-4, similar to Bullard, but they're actually ranked coming into the season. So and the way these Fabulous 15 polls work, if you guys didn't know, it does not get judged after playoff season. So I think it's also about who is coming back for these teams. It's about how they were looking last year and potential too, because like we said, they were 6-4 last year, but they're ranked number 11 in the Fab 15 polls. But they are losing a major guy, and that's Derek McFall. He ended up committing to SMU, which is fantastic from him, but they're going to have to fill in some holes, and we're going to see how they are able to do it this season. Tyler High started their first week of practice, and the goal for the season is pretty cut and dry.
Be better every week, compete at a high level, execute the things that we need to do. If you just do the main things, you know, the winning and stuff kind of comes with it. Every game is to go out and give our guys a chance to win. You know, that's what you want.
According to the calendar, practice for the Lions started this week, but technically they've been grinding all summer.
Really, this is the official first day, but we've been kind of getting after it and doing everything that we need to do to be a successful program, probably from spring practice. The details, you know, the details are kind of what you see, and you want to tighten up those things, you know, whether it's in the run game, pass game, or defensively. The details is what wins games. And so as you continue to watch film and continue to practice on those things, you try to correct them as best you can as a coaching staff and as a team.
This is Rashawn Wood's 2nd year coaching the football squad, and he views it as an advantage between coaching staff and players.
What we do schematically, those things, they understand them. So they're coming in with an understanding of what we're trying to do schematically. And so, for instance, for the offense, you know, there's some things in how we run certain schemes, and they know it going in. It's just, again, trying to get those things dialed in and be more detailed in what we're trying to do from a coach's perspective.
The team will have to adjust since they lost powerhouse running back Derek McFall, who's now at SMU. But Coach Woods is confident in his team's ability to step up this season.
Our receiving core really is really talented. I don't think that we'll lose a step not having him, because we got guys that can really run and really play. I'm excited about this football team, and of course at the quarterback position, the guys is going to be able to give him the ball. Caden Granberry, you know, who led the district in passing last year as a sophomore.
The Lions' first game is against Marshall on August 30th, and the team's motto is "The standard is still the standard."
The winning and stuff kind of comes with it, and so I don't try to look at how many games I need to win or who I need to beat. I just focus on just doing things right every day at the highest level possible, and then whatever we end up being, if I'm happy with that, if we're happy with that, then it's usually something that we can live with.
How do you not love the Lions after something like that? Like, you can't just disagree with that.
No, absolutely not. And what he said there about taking things day by day, I mean, that's something you hear a lot, but it's so true, especially in sports, especially in football when, every day kind of has an effect on the next day, in terms of maybe it's just guys' availability, getting banged up the day before. But, taking it day by day, we're not looking out, I wonder what the season's going to look like in September, October, November. Doesn't matter. It's mid-August right now, so. Yeah, they're focused on that. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too, because you're not trying to get too ahead of yourself, and I think a lot of the teams, they do. They're like, Jerry World, we got to get to state, which is a fantastic goal to have, but let's keep it simple. And I also like the way he said, we're not losing anything by losing Derek McFall. And
bold.
Yeah,
bold. I like
that is really bold because he is a fantastic running back. So the fact that he was as bold to say, like, you know what? They move on. It's not like he transferred or anything.
Right.
He just graduated.
Yeah.
And that's just all. We can't just hold on to the fact that we're not going to have him anymore. He was a fantastic athlete. He also played basketball. And it's just, all right, cool. He graduated.
Yeah.
It's the cycle of life,
It's
literally.
the cycle of high school sports. And, it just shows all the confidence he has in the rest of his group. He says, he was really good. Everybody knows it, but we still got a good group here.
I agree. And I think it says a lot about his coaching as well, because if he holds on to it, his team will hold on to it.
Yeah.
So he needs to be like, Derek who?
Yes.
Never heard of him. Never heard of Derek. I don't know who that is. Forgot who he was. No, but like I said, they will be facing off with Marshall August 30th. We are really excited about that game as well. But you went out to another blue and white school.
Yes. I was at Lindale. Hot day. I mean, it's hot in East Texas, but I went.
Hot.
Oh, it's so hot. I went out to Lindale and I talked to Coach Cochran. Love Coach Cochran. Great guy. And basically, talking to him, we mentioned it before. I mentioned it before. They were 7-5 last year.
Yeah.
And I said Bullard was around 500 the last couple of years. I meant Lindale. So they've kind of been hovering around that. What's this? They're unranked in the preseason Fab 15. So that's interesting. I think part of that is, we talked about it. I talked about it with Coach, but losing two massive guys, physically and, in terms of the game. Two guys at the offensive line, both D1 guys. One's at UNT, one's at Alabama. That's Casey Poe.
Yeah.
But with that, Coach kind of talked about, they helped our run game. We're still confident in our run game, and he's still confident in his line. So despite losing those two guys, he likes the way his line is looking this summer, and he was pretty confident.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same with Tyler High. Losing guys is tough, but we have to give credit to the fact that these guys may have learned things from those seniors that just left. So yeah, losing somebody like Casey Poe is big. Shout out to him going to Alabama. That's a big get for Alabama.
Yeah.
But now maybe some of the line picked up some of Casey Poe's habits, and now they're able to do it as well. So we don't really think about that as much. Yeah, they're gone now because they graduated, but what can the next group do now? I mean, the juniors and the sophomores that were watching Casey Poe, what can they do now? So I'm excited to see Lindale, but let's see what they've been up to.
Yeah.
You ask around this Lindale team, they'll tell you last season was a solid one, a 7-5 overall record, 5-1 in district play. They won a playoff game, but overall, head coach Chris Cochran says the team fell a bit short of expectations.
Last year it was a good year, but it wasn't, a fantastic year, So the 5-1 district, that was good, but we always want to be district champs. I mean, that's the goal.
The Eagles put themselves in a hole to start the year in that sense with a record of 1-3 before district play began. They then took 5 of their last 6 regular season games to get into the playoffs, though, and won their first round playoff game by 3 touchdowns. So the hope is that they can carry that momentum into this season.
Won a playoff game, and when you start a season like that, I think it's a sign of a good program to be able to recover and salvage wins, win big games, get playoff wins, win gold balls, despite adversity early in the season.
Players and coach seem to agree the strength of this team is its line, both on offense and defense. Despite graduating a pair of supremely talented O-line guys to Division I college programs last year, Coach Cochran still likes the group he has and believes they'll allow the team to effectively execute their run-heavy offense.
For several years around here, we've run the ball really, really well. Losing Casey Poe and Christian Petway, that's tough. But I believe that, we'll continue to run the ball well. We've got some good O-linemen that are returning in the interior part, and we've got some younger ones that have, proven themselves during fall camp.
Last season had its ups and downs, but hey, the start of the new season provides a clean slate for everybody. These Eagles are raring and ready to go, and they're not afraid of anybody.
Tough people win, so we're going to, whatever opponent we play, we're going to show them who we are. And
In Lindale, Dan Mallea, CBS 19.
you know, before we can get to the athleticism, you know it's hot out there. You are out there. They were wearing no jerseys with their pads. I know that that does not feel good in general, but it probably feels better than having clothes on.
would have to imagine. I mean, I can't, again, I'm from Jersey. I'm from the Northeast. I cannot imagine being.
How are you surviving?
I don't know, I'm fine. I cannot imagine being out there on those days. I mean, and we were talking about it before we started this, but you know, kind of the new UIL rules around, you know, when kids with the wet bulb, right? That's the flash word. But you know, when to get kids inside, when to get them water, how long they can practice consecutively, you know, before they need a break. It's all very necessary.
Yes.
I mean, from an outsider's perspective, I mean, what those kids and what those young men go through it's really impressive. And I mean, you know, it shows you how much they want to win and how dedicated to this they are, that they're out there, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, the wet bulb temperatures, they have to gauge it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not our Brett Anthony or anything.
Brett would know.
Yeah, Brett would know. No, but basically, basically when the temperatures get a little bit too hot, then they can only really work out in 4 15-minute increments, which makes it kind of difficult for these coaches because practice is in the evenings now, especially with school starting. It used to be they were able to, you know, get it done at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., but now it's about at like 2:45, 3, 4, and 5 p.m., and that's still really, really hot for them. But just to get over to the athletics in it, they also lost Clint Thurman, their quarterback, which is one of their main guys, and that probably talks about why they're unranked this season. Because that's losing a lot. You know, you lose those guys up front. The guys up front were the one protecting their quarterback, and that's Clint Thurman. When they talked about running the ball, who's running it? Clint Thurman. He was a running quarterback, so that's a tough hit for them.
It's going to be a different look. It's going to be a different look for sure. But I mean, again, everybody sounds like they're all in, and there's a lot of confidence there. So
yeah, and they're on this like gladiator wave with the what is it? It's not a mohawk. It's
kind of a mullet.
It's a mullet. Yeah.
It's kind of mullety. I feel like some people just will call anything a mullet, but I feel like those are mullets.
Those are mullets. That's how you know that they're ready. I mean, the mullets and everything. And they're going to be facing off with Hallsville at home on a Thursday game. So looking forward to that one. That's August 29th for them. But I went out to Kilgore, home of the Bulldogs. There's plenty of Bulldogs in East Texas. There's plenty. I know there's plenty of Bulldogs, but these are the Kilgore Bulldogs. They went 12-2 last season, and they are ranked number 7 in the Fabulous 15 polls. And they have a star cornerback. That's Jaden Sanders, and he just committed to Michigan. Huge school, huge commit for them. He was ranked as the MVP over the summer for the Dave Campbell Texas High School Football as well. So he's a playmaker, and I spoke with him, and he's just really, really excited to get after it. It's his senior year. They went really far last year, just scraped the surface, and they're ready to go all the way to Jerry World this year. Good. Kilgore was a solid team last year, going 12-2 and making a playoff run, and finishing undefeated in the District of Doom. So what can we expect from the Bulldogs this season?
You can expect the same as always. We're going to be a tough, physical football team. We're going to go compete. We're going to play hard, and we're going to play a physical brand of football. Along with keeping his players cool in this Texas heat, he also has clear goals that he wants for his team. We're doing everything we can to make sure our guys are safe. Depending on the wet bulb temp, which is what we utilize to kind of go by our protocol. But at the end of the day, we're taking breaks as we need. We're taking helmets off as we need. The same goal as always. You know, I just want to fulfill our potential as a football team. And if we do that, if we check the boxes that we need to check with work ethic, character, leadership, the rest will take care of itself. Sure, they lost a couple key seniors, but they have guys ready to jump into the spotlight, like Michigan commit Jaden Sanders. Well, first, he's a great kid. He's a high-character kid, high academic kid. He leads our program by example. He does things the right way. He comes from a great family. And then on the field, he's a great football player because of his intellect, but also because of his work ethic. This is Jaden's senior year with the Bulldogs, and he wants to go out with a bang. Last season in high school, so of course I'm pumped. And just being with all my friends that I've known since I was younger, I just want to have one good last ride with them. I dropped a whole lot of interceptions last year. I want to complete more interceptions. I want more interceptions this year. Of course, leading by example, but also I don't really talk much, but I'm trying to get out to be uncomfortable is to like get better in everything. So I'm just leading by example and then talking to everybody. I'm getting out my comfort zone. Because, you know, I mean, you Kilgore, everybody want to be Kilgore, so. Can't spell team without E, A, and T.
And that's their team motto this year.
Eat, effort, attitude team, and so that's kind of been one of the foundations of our program going back through the off season. But we want to give great effort, we want to have a great attitude, and we want to have a team first mentality.
They are ready to eat. I love it. Effort, attitude, and team. It's all about being team oriented this season for them. I like it.
Yeah, I laughed at when Jaden Sanders said, dropped a lot of interceptions last year.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, 4-star recruit. He's committed to Michigan.
That's
I'm like,
what I mean.
how many could you have dropped? It couldn't have been that many, surely.
Exactly. And he's not dropping passes from his own quarterback. We have to say that. He is dropping passes from other people.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I mean, it just speaks to like the level of athleticism that he has.
Yeah, and I mean, how good these guys are. I mean, again, we said it a couple times, but the expectations out here are up here. And he's like, yeah, I dropped too many, and I'm only, I don't know. I'm only a 4-star. I dropped too many interceptions.
Only four
right?
stars, you guys.
No.
But
you're doing great, Jaden. You're doing a great job.
He's doing fantastic. And congratulations on his commitment that literally just happened this past weekend.
Yeah, awesome.
A huge get for Michigan. He's going to be a fantastic athlete for them, especially like what Coach Fuller was saying about him as well. Like, he's not only an amazing athlete, but he's a great kid too, and he's really smart. And that's always really great to see as well. But I love their team motto. Really excited to see what Kilgore is able to do this season. They will be facing off with Carthage week 1, and Carthage is on a revenge tour. So that's going to be a tough one for them. But I mean, what Coach Fuller said, it was off camera, but what Coach Fuller was telling me is that, I mean, look, the schedule is the schedule. I designed it this way. I want to make it hard for us so that, it matches our level of athleticism as well. It really raises them up to the occasion to face anybody after. I mean, because at that point, we face Carthage week 1. Who else?
That's a crazy first week. I mean, that's going to be so much fun. I mean, that's two of the best in not just East Texas, but in Texas, period.
Absolutely. So that's going to be really, really exciting to see. Now, make sure you guys tune in every single Friday for Under the Lights coverage with Dan and I. We're going to have some Game of the Week coverage as well. Make sure you look out for our set game. We're going to have it somewhere different every single year, but you can only find this content on CBS 19, so you can't go anywhere else for it. But thank you so much for joining me, Dan, for another Beast Texas Breakdown podcast. Thank y'all so much.